Okay, let's get to our list and the podcast. Our list comes from the Discord, and it is from Booble, and I don't know where this list came from. Maybe he can tell us in the chat why this list came up, but it is top 3 stores in the mall.
You must have just watched Paul Blart Mall Cop or something.
Yeah, like I'm into it. Like I like the mall. I feel like we've done this before too, haven't we? Like
we mention old things at the mall sometimes, so
maybe.
I think it just filters in.
Yeah, whatever. All right, who wants to start? Top 3 stores at the mall. By the way, of all time. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to start in this. Is definitely not there anymore, but you used to be able to go get a pack of beaties there, and that was the Briar Shop.
That's number 3, the Briar Shop.
I'm gonna combo that with Excalibur, that where you can go buy like swords and
sword and
a
sword and a pipe. Yeah.
I'll combo those together.
Fuck, man, beaties really bad for you.
Oh,
holy shit.
Yo, I haven't heard a beady reference in a long time, my guy. I
literally lost like 40 pounds in the summer of 2003 just because I smoked beaties every day. Like, you couldn't eat, you couldn't hold anything down, you just shit all the time. It was great.
I did
that summer.
I did smoke a pipe for a bit, so it was a good place to get some pipe tobacco. They had all sorts of flavors and stuff. Yeah.
No, that's what I was saying. Like Excalibur, you could go buy a pipe or a sword, and that's all you could buy. Like who are they? Who is their clientele?
It lasted for decades.
A long time. I know. Okay, so my number 3 is Sam Goody. Like, there were 2 stores that I would always go into every time I was at the mall. And Sam Goody was one of them. The other one's coming up later on my list. But any place you could go in, and by the way, GameStop is not like this. It's different. Any place you could go in and look at CDs and video games and magazines, I was on board. I just spend my entire like when I wasn't like at Wonderland or something, I'd be doing that. Yeah, exactly. I still got CDs,
you could probably
bro.
go back to. You might have been going there when they were selling cassette tapes too. Just
let's not go crazy. I mean, chill out. Come on.
They may have been in the back, but it was a secondary option.
Yeah.
They were out and about for purchase at the time.
That was for the hipsters who now do vinyl.
Yeah. God, but by the way, like hipsters are buying cassette tapes now. Like I've seen that be a thing.
It just got that pure sound, man. They
no,
don't
it
have
doesn't.
that sound anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Was the worst sound.
It sounds
was the
terrible.
Worst audio sound you could have.
It's the whole point. That's why we moved on.
Yeah.
Stop it. All right. What's yours?
King already did his too.
Oh, you did?
Mine, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Briar Shop.
Oh, Briar Shop. That's right. My bad.
Those sweet, sweet beaties.
That's right. The beaties. My bad. Beady Delight. 3's from the chat. Nuttian says Bath and Body Works. Smells nice.
It's a great one.
It smells nice.
You can go get like 6 soaps for $20. Hell of a deal. Or some candles.
Yep. Booble says FYE. It's good too. Get some cheap clothes. You know it. And WCP says Excalibur as well. Bunch of sword and pipe buyers here. Like, good stuff.
Hey,
man.
when you turned 18, you hit the fucking Briar Shop up.
Yeah.
If you got the sword, you laid the pipe. That's what it said when you walked into the store.
Yeah. Do you not remember that signage?
All right, what's your 2?
My number 2, I'm going to throw a double combo here because one's still there and I still frequent every time I go to the mall, and that's Lids. The other one I do not frequent anymore, even though I think it's still at the mall, and that's Zoomies.
Pretty sure Zoomies is still there. Yeah.
Is it still there too?
I'm pretty sure.
I just don't wear skateboard shoes anymore, so
nerd.
I don't frequent it.
I don't like Lids. I don't like it. They have some cool hats, but they're all like $40. And
they're expensive.
I ain't gonna do it. Yep.
But
I ain't
I
gonna
just had
do
a
it.
buddy that worked at Lids, so helpful.
Let's see. My number 2 is. Ooh, this is hard, actually. I was gonna do Spencer's. I'm not doing Spencer's because I genuinely would not go into Spencer's. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm gonna do Champs because I just saw it in the chat too. Like I would go. So again, like one of the stores I would always go to is Champs, and because they had like those like clearance racks, and so you could get some good shit sometimes.
Get some champion socks, and
Yes.
they'd also have like random jerseys you could run across.
Yeah.
That would be like, oh.
And it was like memories of the Champs outlet store on West 11th too. It's like, yeah. So it's still there. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have like, the Dale Ellis Nuggets jersey for some reason that's here, which is a shame.
LaFonso Ellis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always had just random players. It was awesome.
All right.
My number 2, Hot Topic. Go in there and get yourself some Vans. Talk to a girl who has not talked to a father figure in 18 years. Good time.
Get some puka shells too. I think they sold
my
those.
God. That was more American Eagle. That was to the left.
Yeah.
No, you could get them though. You get the puka shells. You could get you could get a funny coffee mug. You could get a dildo. You could get
get a Stussy hat with a cat and a rooster and said cock and pussy. They're I get the joke. It's layered and nuanced.
You get like the Office T-shirt. You get like an anime backpack.
Yeah.
Anything
if
you want.
If you wanted the real Stussy stuff though, you had to go to Zoomies.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, bro. That's a
I didn't want the real stuff.
That's a Zoomies thing.
I want the real.
For sure.
That's it.
All right, 2.
I wanted the stuff that was 2 seasons out of style.
Couldn't handle it. All right, 2's from the chat. Nutine says Radio Shack.
He was not alive for Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a mall store, is it?
Do you even know Howie Long and Terry Hatcher? Do you even know who Terry Hatcher and Howie Long are, sir? Those were our Radio Shack people.
And by the way, I'm throwing the bullshit flag on Radio Shack. That's not in malls. Like
it was definitely in our mall. I know
was
that.
It? Okay. All right. He says
it's a strip mall in mall, or was. It was a 50-50.
All right, because he said they had one in the mall in Albany, so fair enough. Because I was gonna say like TJ Maxx was gonna be my 1, 2, and 3, but TJ Maxx is not part of malls, so I couldn't do it. So, 2 from WCP, KB Toys. It's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Booble number 2 is Champs/Lids. So, yeah.
Yep.
All right. What's your one?
My number 1. You might be surprised. My number 1 is Orange Julius.
Ooh.
I feel like that's off the board, but
yeah, I don't know if that flies, buddy. I think we gotta pick a store. That's a food court.
Because I'm like I said, I'm thinking of our mall, the Valley River Mall. Orange Julius was on the other end of the mall from the food court. It had its own little shop there next to where it used to be like a pet store next to it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, man. We're having that mall rats conversation, right? Where like, what is the cookie store part of the food court, or like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Like, chat, should we let it fly? I don't know. Just kidding. I don't care your opinion.
Because I've never had another beverage that has had that consistency that an Orange Julius is. I don't know what it's not juice. I know it's not juice, but I don't know what that consistency is, and I long for that consistency again.
Yep. Jamba Juice ain't doing that.
Nope.
Nope. Nobody's touching
using
that.
real fruit and shit. Fuck that.
Yep. Okay, my number 1 is Camelot. Y'all remember Camelot?
Another music store?
Yeah. It was also movies and stuff. It was like the better version of Sam Goody. And by the way, I think like Sam Goody replaced it in Valley River. I think it was like the same thing. Like but yeah, man, like Camelot was my shit too. Go look at video games. Go buy CDs. I would actually buy CDs there. That would be like a reason I would go to the mall. Would be to go to Camelot. So
I was the opposite of you. I would always go to Suncoast, the movie place at the other end. I would go there every time, right across from the Bible store that somehow lasted 30 years.
what was the bookstore called? I can't remember it for the life of me, man. Like, when you enter the mall, like where the duck shop is, and you would take a left, and there would be like Excalibur, and then there'd be the book place like right after. I can't remember what that place is called.
I ain't reading no books.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I just went to Natural Wonders. So I could touch one of those globes that had the zany electric things.
Yes.
Natural Oneaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd also do that at Spencer's.
Yeah. But I felt smarter at Natural Wonders.
I think
it was a little dirty and grimy doing that at Spencer's.
so. Nutty is dropping Walden Books and Borders.
No, it was.
I don't think it was that.
Borders was across the street.
Yeah, Borders was across the street.
It was a smaller one. I know what you're talking about, but it never got to a standalone status.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It was always within the mall.
But I remember buying all my Calvin and Hobbes books there when I was a kid. I love that place. But yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it, so I couldn't go on the list.
Yeah.
All right, what's your one, King?
My number one is not Victoria's Secret. It is the pink side of Victoria's Secret, because your boy's got to smell good. It's got some ashy elbows. He's got to smell good. And this 2 for $10, and I can get candles there for 2 for $10.
Yeah.
So pink, not Victoria's Secret. Pink is my number one mall store of all time.
Like that more in the Bath and Body Works, eh?
Yes, because I'm smelling like a super berry.
Oh,
Is it not coming through? I mean, oh my god!
Yeah,
It smells like a goji.
It's like wafting through the speakers. Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
my god!
goji berries.
Yeah,
man.
goji berries.
berries.
Wow. Yeah. I could tell,
Yeah.
man. I could tell.
Yeah.
All right.
And this one is glow boosting. So when I
Oh.
put it on, there's just
Shiny.
little flecks of shimmery.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shiny elbows. Love that. Not ashy anymore.
Well,
You get
Like
the light.
Cabin Moana said, I'm
light-
shiny.
It glistens. Yeah. You got glistening elbows.
Mm.
Absolutely. Please.
All right.
Please.
Okay. Ones from the chat. WCP says Foot Locker. I don't agree.
never went into Foot Locker.
Yeah, it's terrible. And they make their employees wear like ref jerseys. That's ridiculous. Nutian says Hallmark, but only during Christmas.
Aw.
They got good decorations, I think. Right? I don't know. Booble says Tilt, which again, if we're giving you Orange Julius, we should probably give him Tilt, I guess. But then that opens up a whole other door, man. Because then I'm like, all right, $1.50 theater. Like, I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
If we were going to use the hometown buffet is number one, clearly.
Mr. K's Cafe.
Yeah.
Like he said, one try and he gotcha.
And he got you.
Gotcha.
Oh boy, Nutine wants to do food court food next week for the list, by the way. So
Remember when there were cafes inside of malls? My
Oh, yeah.
God, man.
yeah.
The
What happened
90s
to our
were
country?
the 90s were crazy.
And
What
then-
happened to our country? Make
Basketball was
America
good
great again,
football.
Jesus.
You went to the mall to drink a cup of mud at
Mhm.
Mr. K's and get some coffee cake at the end. What a weird time.
Yeah. Booble's honorable mention is J.C. Penney's. It's where I get fat clothes.
I love JCPenney's.
Amen. Amen.